Welcome to the Roadshow podcast.
Once you go black, bro, you do go back, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Wow,
that happened a couple of times.
That fucked my mind up, low key.
That happened a couple of times with that dude, bro.
Yeah.
What was with that?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Mm-mm.
Do you think it was like a...
Wait, have we started right now?
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you think that the pigmentation augmentation shit is real? Pigment augmentation? I shouldn't like try and supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
I was about to say,
Pigmentation augmentation.
Oh, yeah, it's real, right?
Have you seen Sammy Sosa? Do you know who that is?
No.
He's a baseball player, right? And so there's a speculation right now that he's doing the same shit that Michael Jackson's doing.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is his nose like, you know?
No, just look at this shit. So this is him prior to what?
Oh.
Yeah, so he was like a black dude, right?
He's a handsome white man.
Yeah, but it's weird. Like,
It's
you
kinda
know,
scary.
yeah, you know that dude
Was not
white.
Yeah.
But like the reverse of that is even wild. Have you heard of melanotan?
No.
MT2, it's a peptide.
Mm-mm. He kind of I'm not going to speak on that.
No, you can speak on that. You're not a white handicapped man.
Nah, his eyes look scary.
What now? That he has blue eyes, not black eyes?
Yeah, they look like, like I've been seeing a lot of TikToks. So I've been seeing like, reptilian people. And he gives me reptilian vibes.
That's a good point. It kind of does look a little bit reptilian, right?
Yeah.
Dude. That freaks me the fuck out, bro.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like I was...
That is some scary shit.
Very. Do you believe in it?
Believe in the reptilian shit?
With the aliens and the whoop whoop.
This is kind of like a fascinating ideology that I abide by, is I believe all humans are humans, right? And just like all insects are insects, other than those ones that spy on you, the little robots. But like, I'm talking about the species itself. But I do believe that there's different characteristics of humans that, like personality traits that are embedded in RNA rather. I think that if you are talking about a lizard person, like that person's a lizard. I don't think that's real, but I do think that they probably have characteristics of like what you would deem a lizard person, like cold-hearted, can adapt to their situations.
What about cloning?
What about cloning?
Do you believe in cloning?
Yeah,
it's like how they're cloning people.
I think China's already doing it, yes.
That's really scary.
Yeah. Have you heard about CRISPR? Do you know what CRISPR is? CRISPR is genetic modification through science and technology. So there was these two twin girls and this doctor, scientist in China, who developed a CRISPR, which is a genetic mutation that they inject back into you. It doesn't work on you, but it works on your offspring. So they put it inside of a pregnant woman. And it was basically a gene augmentation that allowed for protection against AIDS. But what they found is it's had an immense increase in intelligence for infancy. So those kids are like super smart. This guy got put in jail, I think it was like, let's put you in jail, but let's use you, like it's China for fuck's sake.
I don't know, bro. It scares me, yeah.
It does, bro.
Apparently Kanye's a clone.
Of who?
Of himself.
Of himself?
I've been seeing TikTok, bro. I be in the deep hole.
You've been deep in TikTok?
No, I'm not deep on TikTok. I be deep in the
conspiracy theory
hole, bro. What do you think about that? Because apparently there's like a Kanye version. He came out like way taller and he's like missing tattoos and shit.
Well, I do believe body doubles are is a thing that you use these days, like the Joe Biden thing. So sometimes, have you seen that video of Joe Biden? And he's walking on like an airfield over to the Air Force One plane, and they're like, "Are you Joe Biden? Or are you the body double?" And he goes, like that. And he's like fully cognitive and he's walking good, you know, and you're like, oh shit, this isn't Joe Biden. This is a body double. Have you seen that video? Let me show you. It is actually fucking wild to think that that's a thing. Like MF Doom back in the day used to send people on stage. And
it wasn't even him, man.
And it wasn't even him because he had the mask, you know, like he could just be chilling at home and raking in that money.
But then I don't know, bro. Rapping like MF Doom, I don't know how you pulled that off.
Well, I would suspect it would be a live recording.
Oh yeah.
And then that just laid over your tracks, and then you just have to like lip sync it. Yeah.
But it's scary though, because I feel like, damn, bro, like I don't know, man. The world's in a weird place.
Video. It's definitely a strange. Yeah, this is it here. So this is how he aged, and then what he looks like now. So that's all still him, and then ready? This is.
I feel like it looks like a bunch of different people now, bro. It's like.
Yeah, but watch how like his face changes towards the end. Like, what is that?
He's not real, bro.
Why did his skin clear up just there?
Yeah.
See, what the fuck is that?
Nah, that's not the same person, bro.
What the fuck is that? So he goes from having liver spots to having clear skin, and he's smiling.
Like he's bright.
Yeah.
He's not him.
I don't think it's him. I don't think it's him. It's just like those bodyguards that follow him around, and they've got hands that go like this, and they're wearing like long trench coats.
That scares me.
And they have hands like this, and they don't separate. And then if you look closely at it, they all have hands like this, and underneath their trench coat, their real arms are holding a fucking gun. You not seen this? Oh, dude, it's fucking wild.
Dude, that's really deep into the. You're tapped in.
I go deep on this shit every fucking day.
Me too, bro.
Like, look at these hands. Look at the hands. Yeah, so this is the video here of. Look at these. See that?
Yeah, you can tell that's not real. It's almost like a little mannequin hand, eh?
Yeah, and they don't split.
To some observers, it seems to be a prosthetic hand, known as a tactical fake arm. Is it possible that his real hand is holding a gun tucked inside his coat?
Yes, sir.
How'd they know that?
However, some people are debunking.
Like, how would you know if he's holding a gun underneath that?
It's because his arms don't bend at all.
And later closes the limousine door. His fingers are clearly moving.
Oh, well, that one's fake then, I guess. Well, see, this is why I don't believe jack shit that I see on the internet. This is the exact reason right here, is because you see something, you're like, oh, they have that, and then 2 seconds later, you're like, oh, it's not real.
But how do you? That's what's fucked up now, because you don't know what's real and what's not.
No.
Like, I'll be watching videos that I'll be like, whoa. But then the part of me is like, that could be CGI, that could be anything, that could be AI, that could be, you know.
One issue I have with all these fake body doubles and all this thing is if it's put out there, the person's channel gets the views. So there's more likely a chance that the person will want that kind of disruption because then they get the monetization, or, you know, they get the views, they get the fame, they get the whatever it is.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that too. That's why I'm like I seen this video of like, you seen the ladies they're walking down the street, and then like when you squint your eyes, it says obey.
Yeah, that's an AI thing.
Is it?
Right. Because have you seen those ones that it's puppies running, and it's if you squint it says send nudes?
Oh no.
Have you seen that one?
No.
No, dude, it's hilarious.
No, that shit's scary, bro. The world's in a weird place, bro.
The world is in a weird place, but I think I like it.
Why?
Because it gives me a lot to talk about on the podcast.
Wow. I thought you had something deeper, bro.
Dude, I can go as deep as you want.
I don't want to go deep.
4 inches, that's what I'm working with, bro.
I'm 3.5, so.
Hey, let's not go too deep then.
Yeah, oh.
It's old tip.
It's already kind of deep, man.
Damn. Dude, how's the music career going?
It's cool, bro.
Yeah?
I'm not really making music right now. I'm
You just putting it out?
Nah, not really.
You just put a track out. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm dropping on YouTube, but it's a lot of old music.
Is it?
Yeah, I haven't dropped anything in like, I mean, it's new to you, but it's not new to me.
Yeah,
Same
yeah,
as,
yeah.
like, you know.
Have you been writing?
Nope.
No?
Don't write.
Why not?
Can't.
Can't?
No, I'm joking. I can't.
I'm illiterate.
No, I'm just like, I think I've just been freestyling for a long time now. So now I'm just like, I don't know.
That's
I just
how
haven't
you're doing it?
done it for a long time.
Yeah.
And using FL, right? I can't get, like, if I wanted to make a song like, I don't know, MF Doom, like, where I'm like rapping, I don't know how to get my vocals like that. And I think it might be because I'm so used to the auto-tuning shit now.
Yeah.
So, like, now if I want to, like rap, I used to do that on, like, what's it called? Logic.
Logic, yeah.
But then my Logic fucked up, so.
Yeah. Were you,
No,
was it an illegal download, Stan Cavier?
No, dude.
No?
Never, man. I get it from my homies, man.
Yeah. It's the same shit.
No, it's not. I get a keychain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man.
I'm not throwing you under the bus, don't worry.
Of course not. You never do that to me.
Have you found, now that you're sober off weed, ladies and gentlemen, Stan Cavier is off weed. Let's go. Well done, sir. Well
Thank
done.
you, man. Thank
I got high 2 days ago.
I know.
It was wild. Dude, I've never gotten high at 10 a.m. in the morning and then at 8 p.m. at night still going, holy fuck.
Really?
I was high all day.
What
but
are you smoking?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but it's strong as fuck.
Nah, bro. Weed is cool. Like, weed is really, like, I'm not, like, saying don't smoke or nothing. Like, I love smoking, but personally, I'm just not.
Everyone has their journey, bro.
Yeah, man. My journey is, like, you know, I don't know, bro. Going with the flow.
Yeah.
Seeing how it comes.
I like that. I
Yeah.
like that. And it kind of lets you, when you come off, I should say, it lets you see where your life is at.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like with me,
you do
bro.
get stuck in a trance, right?
Maybe. Yes. That's cap. You do. But I feel like with me, bro, it's more of like, I'm just one of those people, like, once I, like, quit something, I don't want to go back to it. It's not even like I'm trying to, like, you know, like, right now, I don't want to smoke. Like, when I'm in, it's like that with social media. I can't delete, like, Instagram and shit or, like, you know, anything. Because once I do for, like, 2 weeks, bro, and I feel that how good it is without it, I don't want to go back.
Real.
Yeah, I'm one of those people. I don't know how to explain it.
I think that's a good thing, though. Because
Kind of.
it's like sticking to your morals. It's like having a ground of ethics that you're like, I'm not changing. I'm not... Like, once you make the decision, you're disciplined enough to
Yeah.
stick by that.
But I don't think it's discipline for me, bro. Like, I just, like, I don't know how to explain it, bro. Like, I don't know.
It's just the pattern of
It's
your
just
mind.
like a pattern, maybe. Yeah. Like, that's just how I'm made, almost.
Well, that's cool because it means you don't have to focus on being disciplined. Like, when I get off weed, I'm like, okay, today I'm going to cross off the calendar at the end of the
Okay.
day to make sure I don't do this.
Bro, this is how I quit, right? Because I was kind of like, how do I explain it? I was kind of like, I feel like in your head is premeditated, bro. You know how you tell yourself, like, you want to quit something, but then you're, like, almost trying to convince yourself. Like, a part of you, like, subconsciously, you're kind of like, I'm going to do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
But then you're now trying to tell yourself, like, I'm not going to do it, I'm not going to do it, I'm not going to do it. But then low-key down there, back somewhere, you're kind of like, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
I feel like once you kind of just master that and you're like, bro, like, I'm not doing this. And then you don't try to convince yourself. Like, don't lie to yourself, bro. Like, if you say, I'm not doing it, don't do it.
Yeah.
But I feel like
That's one thing I struggle with.
Yeah, just like, I feel like everybody does, bro. Even me, like, you kind of just like lie to yourself, like, I'm not going to do this tomorrow. But then you really want to do it. So deep down inside, you're kind of like, yeah, I'm going to, you know. But you know, you're like, no, but I'm going to try not to do it. But yeah, I feel like I just stopped lying to myself and I was like, I'm out. And then I was out.
I think when you get a little bit more mature, and I'm not saying like you, I'm just saying people in general.
Yeah.
When people get more mature and as you like venture through the journey that is life, I think that you do become more accustomed to finding the patterns that you use to like mitigate your stress.
Yeah.
And then when you do find them, you could be like, is this advantageous or is this like a lack that I need to kind of, you know, build up on?
Like, I was like, dude, I do it for music. Like, I do it and then make music. But then realistically, I'm like, what? So I can't make music if I'm not high? Like,
Yeah,
that's
I get it.
crazy. You know what I mean? And then I was like, nah, I'm gonna, I'm gonna tap in.
I think the self-recognition of actually like doing something creative and doing it with weed for so long, and then realizing that you probably should do it without the weed as well, to see if you can function regardless.
Yeah.
I think that's a good response to have to
100%,
yourself.
bro. And like, I don't know if it was making music. I think it was more of like listening to music for me.
Yeah?
Yeah, I just like listening to shit high. I feel like it sounds better. Just like, how you
feel it more.
You feel it more. Like, you catch the little things that you did by accident.
Yeah.
And you're like, wow. Or like, just like eating, you eat food. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm kind of just like, all right, bro. Like, this is cool. I can... Now, when I listen to shit now, it's just good overall. Like, you don't need a substance to, like, get me to where I need to be.
Have you found any artists recently, now that you're off weed, that you vibe with more than you would have when you're stoned?
Nah, I feel like they're all the same.
Yeah?
Yeah, I feel like just music in general for me is just all the same.
What are you fucking with at the moment?
Nothing.
No.
I know. Bro, it's just like...
What's on your Spotify playlist? What are you like? What are you listening to?
I mean, right now, Ken Carson just dropped.
Yeah?
I was listening to that on my way here. That was busting.
Yeah?
I like Ken Carson.
I haven't heard Ken Carson.
Oh, really?
No.
He's wild.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Should we chuck some on?
Yeah, man.
What's the song?
Oh, let me see one that I like.
Let's go.
And I've been listening to a lot of Destroy Lonely too, But then that's like the trap stuff, and then I listen to like a lot of like
This him?
Yeah, man, that's Ken Carson. Play damn, scroll down. That's the new album right there.
New album?
Which one do I like most? I was listening to Succumbus.
Succumbus?
Yeah.
Oh, Succubus.
Succubus. I was like
Succumb?
Succumbus. I don't know.
Well, you
bro.
chuck cum in there?
Hey, bro, it's a you.
So, yeah. I get you.
This is really where I be on my way here.
Oh, he looks nice.
Yeah,
Really nice, dude.
He's a nice guy. I think he's a nice guy.
It's very Lil Baby, isn't it?
Yeah. Whoa, dude. Don't do that to Ken, man.
No. I'm just talking his lyrics, not the music.
You reckon?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't really listen to Lil Baby, so I can't even compare.
Not after our last podcast.
Yeah. Man, I don't know, but I listen to like a lot of like more wholesome music now,
Yeah, I
bro.
like that.
I listen to like a lot of like
Michael Bublé.
Oh my god, bro. Hold on. I'm listening to Tupac, and I'm listening to Bobby Caldwell.
Nice, dude.
That's where I'm at right now.
You going back?
No, like I'm literally everywhere, bro.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm listening to like trap, old school, Pac, Biggie. I was listening to what's that song with Biggie? He's like, the intro is like fuck, what'd he say? He was like, this young man came from the phrase from ashy to classy.
Oh, what song's that? Ashy to class.
And then they never been as high as me. I like that. And besides that, I forgot what that song is, bro. Ashy to classy. That's my boy B. But what song is it, bro? That was just the intro. Sky's the limit.
Yeah.
I've been everywhere, bro. But yeah. Oh, and a lot of Nas.
Nas.
Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of Nas.
You know that dude's been around for like 30 years.
You know, everybody, like...
and he just dropped an album.
See, I'm so sorry, bro. Like, I never gave him his flowers, but, like, I'm always late to, like, the legends.
Yeah,
You know, which could
fair.
come off as, like, oh, like, you don't respect, yo. Like, oh.
Nah.
But, like, nah, bro. Like, I just, like, like, maybe, like, a year ago, I got into Nas.
Really?
Because I saw a song somewhere, and I was trying to find out what song it was. And then I listened to it, and it was him, and I was like, what the hell? Bro, this song is goated. I think it was like The Message or something. I don't know.
Yeah, Nas has been around for
He's
fucking
amazing.
years.
Like,
he did
yeah.
a song with Lil Nas X.
Really?
Yeah,
Don't
bro.
lie to me.
No, I'm not. It's real.
Show me.
Yeah, okay.
I don't believe you.
You don't believe me?
No, because there's anything wrong with it or anything, but like it's just a really unexpected feature.
I think he only did it.
Oh, my boy Lou Tecca pop into. I've been listening to Lou Tecca.
Rodeo.
Is this of the old? Is this new?
Nah, it's, I think a couple years back or a year back.
Oh yeah, bro. I heard this song, but I didn't know he was on that like that.
Yeah.
That's wild, right?
That's a wild fucking collab, bro.
Like, go to his part? Like, how did he rap on this? Wow. That's beautiful, man.
It goes hard.
Nah, it really is hard, bro.
Yeah. Yeah,
That
when I
really
saw
got me
that, I
off
was
guard.
like, no, that's not a real collab. No way they would have done that shit together.
It's
And
funny because I've heard that song, bro. Like,
Yeah,
but I just never knew he was on it.
that's a wild thing. Is like people these days they jump on songs and you're like, I wonder who this is. And you're like, it's a fucking massive artist.
Bro.
You know who's not doing that?
Who?
Taylor Swift. What was the last collab she did?
Taylor Swift is a legend,
She's a fucking legend.
but I don't think she does features.
Apparently, she's put out more #1 hits than Michael Jackson.
I ain't gonna lie.
Doesn't surprise me, yeah.
I'm not surprised.
No, me neither.
You ever
That's how
heard-
many fucking dudes have been through that girl.
You ever heard A Love Story by Taylor Swift?
Yeah.
I'm a big Taylor Swift fan. Bro.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not here with all the, there's a lot of like drama and shit. I'm just here for the music, bro. But she's fire. But Michael Jackson, bro, I don't know. It's Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Every song was a hit.
You know what I have an issue with?
Mm.
I have an issue with music collaborations breaching through to podcast collaborations, in that it's like if I get a podcaster on my podcast, that's fucking podcast inception right there.
Joe Rogan.
Like, yeah, something like that, right? It's called a collaboration, but I would just call it a conversation.
Yeah, why would it be a collaboration? Like, you're still interviewing him, right?
Yeah, it's not like I sit here with my sign and he sits with his sign.
Yeah, and it's like,
it's
it's just normal.
It's just you coming on the show.
Yeah, like any other person.
Yeah, it's not like you do Jimmy Fallon feat fucking
This person.
Yeah, Ariana Grande or something. It's
No,
just
bro.
Ariana Grande came on the show.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, is that a thing? Do they do that?
Yeah, it's collaborations.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
If it was more business orientated than just like,
That's what I'm getting at. It feels
Yeah.
like
they're not really.
the big labels are trying to monetize it
Yeah,
to
I
get
don't-
more hype.
Nah, that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
But hey, bro, at the end of the day, if you're both making money, so be it.
Yeah.
No.
I think I'm more like a simpleton when it comes down to.
I like your podcast, bro.
Thank you, dude.
Nah, like really, I do.
Thank you, bro.
I feel like you're very raw and unfiltered with,
You have to be.
and that's what makes the Roadshow.
Thanks, bro.
I really fuck with it, yeah.
I think that like people that put on characters, they crumble in real life when it like the going gets tough, or
Yeah.
if they get in front of a camera outside of what they're actually doing.
Yeah,
You know,
100%.
Everyone just crumbles because like, wait, so you like, who did I have on the podcast? I can't remember who said it, but we were talking. I can't remember who it was. Fuck, this is when I need like a Jamie or something that I can be like, what fucking podcast was this? This guy, it was a dude. Yeah, somebody said that they were going. Oh, it's Jay Webby. Jay Webby can eat, right? He was saying that like people that he goes on like shows with, they have to get into character, so it takes them time. Where he's always Jay Webby. He's always
ready.
James Webb. So he's just like ready, like I'll eat some shit and then I'll fucking come on your show. Done.
I mean, that's me right now, bro. Like, you just come, we just talk. Like,
Yeah.
I don't really feel like we be having podcasts, bro. I feel like we just talk about random shit.
Yeah.
Like, we started talking about aliens and, how Michael Jackson went from black to white, and then the other dude. It was
Sammy
just
Sosa.
regular shit.
Yeah. Sammy Sosa is an alien. Let's not.
But I feel like that's what
Separate
makes
the
it
two.
good, bro. That's what makes it good. Because
Yeah.
it's like, you just...
It's just a hang,
It's
bro.
normal. Like, I don't like anything that's like weirdly too calculated. It makes me feel kind of like off balance. That's when I started to trip out a little bit. I'm like, oh, should I be like a certain person? Or like, nah, bro.
I used to remove a lot of the things like in the early episodes when I was just like strictly just editing. Now it's just like AI edits my shit, so nothing's cut out.
Yeah,
right.
just it is what it is.
Exactly, unless like I have toilet breaks or something like that.
Yeah,
but it is just raw as fuck. But what I used to do is if I said something that I thought would like deem the channel like inappropriate, I used to cut it out just to save face.
Nah, bro.
And I think back at like all the jokes that I had made that were so fucking like left wing, like you shouldn't have said that, but it would have fucking gone off.
And I feel like there is obviously a lot of people against a lot of things, you know what I'm saying, like joke wise, but then there's also people who get it that like this is just like they're fucking around. You know what I mean? So it's like pick your side, bro. It is what it is.
That's all it is, bro.
You gotta be able to take a risk as well. So
yeah,
if you don't take a risk, what are you doing?
Yeah.
So.
I feel like people don't take enough risks, or like they get filtered because they don't want to spoil the narrative. But I'll like, if you want to talk about trans, if you want to talk about LGBTQ, if you want to talk about left wing, right wing ideologies and politics, I don't know jack shit about any of it.
It should just
so
be.
I'm just like, let's fucking talk.
But it's just a conversation, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not like you're going to strike somebody. I mean, unless you are, like, striking somebody down, then that's a bit different.
Yeah.
But, you know, at the end of the day, it's an opinion.
I like to not call anyone out on this podcast. Unless it's like, you know, like they've done some fucked up shit.
And then you got to bring it up.
And then
we got to talk about it.
Yeah. Even like, who was it? What's that dude that does that song? Oh, fuck. Oliver Tree.
Oh, yeah.
Oliver Tree.
I was thinking R. Kelly. I don't know why.
He went on a dude's podcast, and it's a guy from America, a fat dude, and he grilled the guy that was doing the podcast because he said he was no longer being creative. He was only just like adhering to what the rest of the celebrities were doing and critiquing it. And he's like, "What have you created, man?" And he's like, "Oh," and he's like, "Was it the fame? Was it the money?" And he's like, really putting
Really
it on
going
him.
in, yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that's how I see it too. I was like, do you want to get to the level where you're like just, you know, critiquing other people, or do you want to have your real thoughts? You want to have real ideas?
Yeah. I mean, I guess like people have different ways of going about it. Like, you know, some people do it for the money, some people do it for the passion. Like, I don't know. At the end of the day, it is what it is, bro. I just feel like, you know, shit. I mean, it's your life at the end of the day. Like, it's gonna pan out however you choose to, you know.
Yeah.
Like 99%. I mean, okay, I can't even say that. But if you're doing it for the money, like at some point, it's gonna crumble.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna get people like seeing it and like coming at you. So you can't really be mad and be like, oh, whoop-de-whoop-de-woo, like this person came on me crazy. Because it's like, this is... People can read fakeness, bro.
Transparency is a dynamic thing,
Yeah,
you know. So if you were trying to be transparent and always be transparent, then it's like you give them their flowers.
Yeah, exactly.
But when they're trying to not be transparent, trying to go into the character, all that kind of stuff,
then you're gonna get questioned, bro.
it's almost like putting a blindfold on your audience. They're starting to wonder why there's darkness. Why can't we see you? You know,
that's facts. I agree with you 100%.
But I do agree with what you're saying as well. Like, there's so many different fucking people out there that like there are going to be variables in the genre of podcasting and conversation.
But I do feel like it takes away something from people who are doing it authentically too. That's why, like, I agree with your part, because I'm like, bro, like sometimes, like for an example, in the rap scene, everybody's trying to be a rapper now. Some people just know people who can, you know, shoot him up. I've seen the most talented people, bro, never just break out. Yeah. And, you know, it's kind of sad to watch because of how, like, everything is kind of, like, everything's just kind of, like, over-filtered or oversaturated or whatever. Like, it's just, like, it sucks, you know? Yeah, yeah. So there was a different perspective, but at the end of the day, like, you can't really get mad. It is what it is, like...
Have you seen anyone in Perth that you've had eyes on recently that you can see them blowing up next? Apart from yourself? Oh, yeah.
Honestly, bro, I don't really listen to Perth.
No?
Not even on no disrespect shit, but I feel like as an artist, like trying to, you know, have your own sound or like whatever it is you're working on, you know, and then kind of just like, if everybody is, like, for an example, if I'm making country music and everybody's making country music, I'm not really gonna tap in too much into like another artist making country music, because then at that point, like, that's how you all kind of start to sound the same in that regard, So I kind of just try to like find something new. That's why when you ask me like, yo, bro, like who you listening to, it was actually really hard for me to answer. Like I just gave you like whatever I was bumping on my way here. It wasn't like,
true.
this is what I'm, whoop de whoop de whoop, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, man, I'm not really tapped in like that.
That's fine, I guess. Like I think that's the beautiful thing about culture and where we're at in the world at the moment is.
But I do support. Don't get that confused.
No, I'm not. And I don't.
Oh no, you just in general. Yeah.
I don't think that they will because obviously you're from here. You're on show cards with
like,
other people.
I rap Perth, bro.
Exactly. But I do think that like the connection that we have because of the internet and everything, like you don't have to be specifically like tapped into one place. You can you could like some underground shit from New York that like not even people in New York know about.
It's not even popping yet, bro. It's still like on the come up.
Yeah.
But I feel like right now everybody's kind of blowing up though. Well, I feel like everybody in the scene is coming up. Like I couldn't like, I'm not trying to say like, oh, like I don't listen. Woo. It's just like everybody really is coming up, and like I feel like we're so small.
Yeah.
So it's like it
stands out more.
It stands out more. So it's not really like I can pinpoint one person and be like, yeah, he's up next or she's up next or like whoop doo whoop doo. I feel like everybody is really like on the same level. Like everybody's just running towards like whatever it is we're chasing. So
they say, what's the quote? Rising tides raise all ships.
Literally, 100%, bro.
Yeah,
I feel like that's the case right now. So yeah, I feel like everybody, like for an example, I've seen some of my friends here. Like I've seen like just people who've done the same part, and I'm like when I go to a show, I bump into damn near every single person, because the community is so like put together. Like if you're doing a show, you're gonna bump into everybody else who's chasing what you're doing. It's not like I wouldn't really say anybody's like, and people make such different music, bro. So it's like everybody's really like on the same come up, but in different divisions.
Yes.
Like you could make trap, you could make country, you could make whatever, but then it's kind of like everybody is killing whatever genre they're doing. So like you could make it in trap, and then somebody could make it in country, and somebody could make it in this other genre, like So yeah.
How was Tokyo?
Amazing.
Yeah, tell me about it. So how many hours on the plane is it to get there?
Oh, bro, I couldn't tell you.
You couldn't tell me?
Passed out on that bitch, bro.
Right.
I don't like. It was cool, bro, but that was like my first long flight.
Yeah.
Like that shit was tiring, bro.
Were you sober off weed then?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, you can't smoke there, right?
You can't. You can't get it.
No, you can, but it's like little oils and like.
Interesting.
So if you were getting it, you'd have to know like a homie. Like I made people at shows and shit would be like, yo, bro, like slide through and I can like we can smoke up and stuff. But it wasn't like if you go caught there, you're fucked, bro.
Right. I wonder what the laws are like over there.
Oh, it's mad strict there, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weed laws Japan.
And like I think somebody did offer me something, but it just like it wasn't hitting, bro. I mean. It's really like, I guess you gotta just know the people.
Whoa. In Japan, you can be jailed up for up to 7 years for possessing cannabis, but getting high on it isn't a crime at all. And neither is possessing, that's a kind of like a contradictory statement, right? You can be jailed for up to 7 years for possessing cannabis.
Like getting high on its own isn't a crime at all, and neither is possessing.
Oh, we just had to read on. Yeah, so, and neither is possessing, trading, or consuming a number of synthetic cannabinoids designed to mimic the same high without the THC.
Yeah, I feel like it wasn't
Isn't
really...
that so strange, dude? They will let you smoke other chemicals that will mimic the high,
but not the actual
weed fucking weed itself.
That, like somebody like offered me something, bro, like a little vape pen or some shit, but it doesn't hit. It's just like... And somebody would be like, oh, bro. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, but maybe, I don't know, bro. I just don't think it's the same. Or maybe I just didn't get like a good hold of like whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Hammer brought in a vape pen and it was 97% THC. And I hit that bitch and like just like that, right? Mm-hmm. For like 6 hours after, I was like, oh,
really?
Fuck, dude. Yeah, bro.
Maybe I just haven't bumped into like the right ones. But over there, bro, everybody was like pretty, No one was really smoking like that.
Yeah.
They smoke cigarettes.
Maybe
though.
they just like look stoned. Nah.
No comment. I'm staying away from that. But no, like, yeah, shit wasn't hitting at all, bro. Like, you know,
What was the turnout to the shows like?
it was pretty good. It
Yeah.
wasn't too bad. It was usually kind of full, but then it's like, I think sometimes there was like a language barrier. So it's like, I could be performing some shit. It just, if it sounds good, they will enjoy it. But if you, at the end of the day, they don't really know what you're talking about.
Yeah, of course.
You know,
Did you learn any Japanese while you were there?
I did.
Okay, hit me.
I was out here going to the market like, arigato gozaimasu.
What does that mean?
Thank you very much, I'm assuming. I just be buying shit and I'll be saying it. And I went to like
How
a
do you
little-
know that? So did you Google Translate?
I
Because what if
did.
he was like,
I
lick
was
my
in
balls
the
or
bro.
some
I was
shit?
in the clubs, Google translating, talking to people, bro.
Really?
Yeah, I was really trying to connect out there. It
Oh,
was
that's
crazy.
killer. Have you seen the sunglasses? The Google Translate?
Yeah, the Apple or some shit. Would you get him?
No.
Why?
Because
I felt like it was too much. I felt like it was a lot of access of information, like shit I don't know about, but I think about it at the back of my head.
Yeah.
So that's my reason. Like, I don't know if I would get that, but it looks cool though.
Yeah. What I worry about with that technology is like, okay, conspiracy tin hat foil theory.
Yeah.
Tin foil hat theory. God dang.
Never heard of that.
So it's like, you know, when you put a tin foil hat on, you're like, the aliens can't read my mind.
Oh, yeah.
I think that all these alien spottings, and this is far-fetched, are most likely, you know, advanced technology that we don't understand just yet. And I wonder that if Google can, like, translate on the spot to another person's phone, they just put their phone up to their ear with these sunglasses.
Yeah.
I wonder if it has some capability of reading neurological wave patterns between your ears. So if you're talking about something, you might be saying one thing but thinking a different thing. So
Yeah.
negativity probably doesn't come from the same brain center as where positivity does.
Comes from, yeah.
So
I
if
don't
you're
know, bro.
lying or something, they will know about it.
I feel like I would let people do it first for like a year or two.
Yeah.
And then I'll probably hop on the bandwagon just to see if, like, you know. But
Have you
I don't see
seen-
myself doing it.
Have you seen the Dome in Las Vegas?
No. What's that?
Dude, so U2 played in Las Vegas, and it's a 360 dome that goes over you, and it's all 6K LED screens.
Mm-hmm.
So check this out.
The Sphere in Las Vegas at the Venetian Resort.
That's wild, bro.
They played inside of it, and there's just as many like screens on the outside as the inside, but the inside's more detailed.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Sphere features a 250-foot.
I don't know if I would do that. Would you do that?
Oh yeah,
Really?
yeah.
I don't know. I feel weird about it, bro.
It'd be like a 360 trip, bro. Imagine being in there on LSD or something.
That would be wild.
What the fuck?
Are they performing in there?
Yeah, they actually performed inside of it. I wish. Where the fuck can you like?
I'm so skeptical about shit like this, bro. But at the same time, I'm a conspiracy theorist, so I'm skeptical about everything. Not even capping, bro.
Oh yeah, here you go. So this is what it was like inside.
But then imagine getting a bunch of people and hypnotizing them with some shit on the screen.
That's what I'm saying.
See what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, bro.
It's almost like a 4D immersive thing, right? So
Yeah.
like you can. I think that. There's actually, hold on, let me get the specs of it, because they do like if there's like birds flying or something, they'll mimic the wind
really
off the birds with like air conditioners that go with the thing. So Vegas Dome specs.
because it looks cool and everything, but bro, I'm like, anything that could be used in a positive way. What are the negative side effects of it? You know what I mean?
The sphere is 366 feet and 516 feet wide. The sphere also has a smaller version of itself in Burbank, whatever. Here's by the numbers. Here we go. I'm pretty sure it's 15,000 people can fit inside of it. 580,000 square foot exterior. Whoa, dude. The sphere's exterior, called the exosphere, is covered with a fully programmable LED and can display 256 million colors to depict eyeballs, basketballs, and more. The interior sphere is 160,000 square feet with a 16,000 by 16,000 revolution, the highest LED screen on Earth, according to Sphere Entertainment.
Sus.
What the fuck, dude?
Don't like it.
It has a seating capacity of 17,600, but has a standing room capacity of 20,000 people. What the fuck? And this is all screens, bro.
Would you do it? You do it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But why? What's your reason for the experience?
To go inside of it?
Yeah, just watch.
One thing that I would not like is if you look up and there's like a plane or a rocket about to hit it, you wouldn't see it. You would see like butterflies and shit.
Yeah, no. I never thought about shit like that. But I don't know, bro. Like, I'm sus about shit like that, bro. Like, I don't know.
If I'm in there on an edible, I'm thinking this thing's falling down on top of my head.
I would think it would be cool, bro. Like, I feel like I would enjoy it. But then at the same time, I'm too tapped in for my own good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are some conspiracy theories that you've been enjoying recently, Stan Cavier?
I just been watching alien people. Little.
What kind of alien people?
Yeah, I don't know. What's that? Anunnaki shit.
Anunnaki? Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good one, bro.
And I've seen this fucking opium bird, bro. Have you seen the opium bird? The opium bird, apparently, like, it's like a thing that looks mad cute and it looks like not harmful and shit. But when you go up to it, you like start dancing uncontrollably, like you can't stop.
Is this real?
I don't know, bro. Saw that shit on TikTok.
Oh, okay. Let me look it
Yeah.
up then, because it's probably not.
And then I was like, bro, what the fuck? And then he was like, it dances and your muscles relax and then it devours you and it goes for like little kids and shit.
Wait, what?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, it's a meme. Okay.
Wow, I really thought that was real. See, that's how crazy I am in the little deep hole. I don't even be researching it, bro. I be reading about it, I'm like, yep.
Flanders poppy, ladybird.
Bro, look at what it looks like. It looks like an alien, bro.
Oh, I don't like those seeded fucking websites. Here we go. Looks like a little alien. What the fuck is
Nah,
this? Dude?
that's just people memeing that shit, bro. Just go on images and see if it comes up.
Okay.
It's fucking wild, bro. That thing right there.
That's a dude in a fucking
No,
suit.
it's not, bro. You gotta see the video, bro.
As a dude in a suit.
Bro.
Look, he's got knees, bro.
Yeah, that's how it but how, bro.
That looks
if
like
you
AI generated, bro.
If you put a person next to that thing, bro, like the video I seen, bro, it was like that thing was like 7 foot. But you gotta see the videos, bro. You gotta do your research,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
It's fucking wild, bro. Like, watch one of them peoples talk about it or some shit.
All right. Let's go. You see this
This
one?
is the same one I saw,
Okay,
actually.
alright. This guy looks like a liar. Where's there no sound? Oh, down here. All right. We got 1 minute of an opium bird.
I believe this, man.
This creature run. The opium bird usually appears during the winter times at night or when it's snowy. It's supposed to look majestic and beautiful in order to lure its prey, and many people who go up to it.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's AI generated, bro.
How do you know that?
Look at how it's jerking around. If it's like a, and you can see see how like everything behind it is kind of a little bit fuzzy and you can't make out any part of the world.
But think about it, bro. Think about this, right? If everything is AI, you can't tell nowadays.
You can't tell.
That's what my problem is. I don't know what's real and what's not.
Yeah.
That's why I'm skeptical.
Yeah.
So
It's good to be skeptical. And I think with everything that happens in the world these days, there's probably going to be some layer of augmentation through AI.
bro, that's what
Even
I'm-
this podcast is edited with AI, bro.
See, now you're just doing too much. How dare you, bro?
So what it is it's a piece of code that allows the audio to shine through on this mic and that mic. Now that camera that's connected to me and that camera that's connected to you. So that camera connects to this mic.
Yeah.
And that camera connects to
my
your
mic,
mic,
yeah.
right? And it picks up when you talk, the camera switches to you. And when I talk, the
pan.
camera, so you go, ba,
Bah,
and I'll do it, and then we'll go, ba, 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 ba.
Back
right?
to forth,
All right,
yeah.
ready? Ba,
bah,
ba,
bah,
ba.
bah.
See? It'll jump in between those two.
But like what I'm saying, bro, is like, okay, think about the information, bro. An opium bear. Somebody made that shit up.
Yeah.
From where?
100%. Yeah.
From where? And then you're telling
Their
me people,
imagination on mushrooms.
But bro, people are finding shit what's it called? People are finding shit like in the Egyptian times. Like you be finding like, oh, this thing gives like, oh, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, talk about the people who run the world, bro. Who came up with the government? You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody came up, somebody was chilling one day. I reckon somebody took drugs, bro. Somebody went on a crazy DMT trip or some shit like that, and then found a way to control people, and then they shared that drug, and then the government banned it, and they were like, fuck this, bro.
I think it was delegation to the opposition of monarchy, wasn't it?
See, I don't even know shit about that.
Yeah, so
Maybe
it was
I
like,
should do my research.
So it was like kings and queens always had reign over like Britain and stuff.
How do you become a queen? Were you just born in, like, where did it all start, bro?
You were the most savage person. So when there was wars back in the day.
Okay, take it back. Who made that rule?
Probably someone with an ego that was like, I'm king now, and this is my queen, and if you don't adhere to this narrative, I will cut your fucking head off.
But that makes sense now that you say it like that.
Yeah, so when there was a group of people that were like, we can't live like this under one person's ruling anymore. We need like all the people's vote to. It was probably like the king said some shit, right? Mm-hmm. Or the queen said some shit, and everyone was like, no, we don't agree with that. And then they're like, we're gonna go do it ourselves. And then all the British people moved to America, right? Like that. What is it? Columbus.
Captain Columbus. Is that a person?
No, Columbus. What's his fucking name? So they moved over there, and then they spread, and now they have democracy. But I think that democracy is most likely just a bunch of people that wanted better for the people and the people to have a vote. But now it's more like the people that wanted that have become the kings and the queens in their own right.
I feel like it's deeper than that, bro. Like, bro, like for an example, all right, like why would they ban like psychedelics, for an example? Not even to dive into that, but like why would you ban shit like that?
Because free-thinking people is damaging to a democracy.
Exactly, but think about like somebody must have tried it and thought, this thing gives people a certain power. We can't have this, so to keep people sheltered, we gotta like, you know.
Well, that's exactly what it is,
but
right?
Like that's like, but like that first person to do it, right? You know, whatever, good or bad or whatever, he would have got like a little group of people, and they would have like, you know, set some shit up. That's how I be feeling.
Well, I agree with that, but I think it's the people that are in. Say if something comes out right now, right? that's likened to an LSD or a mushrooms that allows people to think more clearly, have less anxiety, all this stuff, get off social media, fix their lives. If that happens and a group of people, like 100 million people, 200 million people, they all do that thing. They do the drug, they clean their lives up, they realize what's bad and what's good. That's not good for the powers that be to make money off of still.
That's what I'm saying.
It's better to keep them like dumbed down, not thinking positively. For the people that have already got the systems in place.
Okay, but think about this, right? I mean, 100% I agree with that, by the way. But think about this, bro. Like, for an example, if a new drug came out right now, I'm already too deep and like I'm not trusting it.
Yeah.
So, you know,
well, you wouldn't trust it because you'd be like, is this brought to you by Pfizer?
Yeah, like, is this like synthetic? Like, you could like mix it with some other shit? Like, I don't know, bro.
That's what they thought about LSD back in the day because it wasn't from the ground. It's from, well, technically.
Yeah, I heard about that too.
Have you heard about the story of the Salem witch trials?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so I heard this on Joe Rogan, and I think this is a meritable conversation starter. When you think about where LSD comes from, it comes from mold that grows on rye. Yeah. And they always used to make their bread from rye back in the day. Mm-hmm. So when there's a second frost in America, so when the snow falls and they can't get their crops out, and then when they do get their crops out, all of the frost has melted, a mold grows on the rye, and it's called ergot. Mm-hmm. And ergot is the precursor to LSD, lysergic acid.
Whoa.
So, and this is around the exact same time the Salem witch trials happened. And I don't know if you know this, but all the books before English books, I think it was actually in the same time as English books, but the first books to ever come out that weren't the Bible and Old Testaments were How to Kill a Witch.
Yeah.
So
I did not know that.
they believe that all of these Salem witch trials and all these women that got burnt at the stakes for thinking that, like,
You're a witch.
You're a witch. Yeah. You have possessive powers over me. No, she's just hot as fuck, and you can't do
You
better,
don't like
bro.
it.
Yeah, you don't like that shit. But imagine eating bread. You're just eating bread. You start tripping balls. Your wife comes back in the room and says, "How's dinner?" And her fucking face warps and shit. And you're like, "I need to set this bitch on fire."
You might see her true colors.
Well, you might, or you might have a bad trip because you don't know what's actually happening. You might think that she's just poisoned you.
A bad trip's a good trip.
I know it is because we know about trips. But if you didn't know about trips, right? Like, you might think your wife
No,
is just
100%,
poisoned
bro. You go worst case scenario, but you know, I feel like, but it's different than that, bro. I feel like you would. I mean,
Just entertain that thought for a second. Imagine
could.
you're eating bread and butter, right? And then 15 minutes,
tripping.
15 minutes later, you trip balls, and your wife comes in the room and she goes, "Hi, honey, did you enjoy your bread?" And she fucking face is like on fire, and you're like,
just doing the most.
"You've just fucking poisoned me. You've poisoned me." But I'm seeing all this wild stuff. I've been poisoned before. I've had poison ivy on me. This is different. She's a fucking witch. She's got a cauldron in the back. She's making fucking potions or whatever. You would go nuts. You would burn
trip.
her
Yeah,
alive.
you would do the most.
Yeah.
But at the same time, bro, yeah, I see where you're coming from. I definitely see where you're coming from. But then I also feel like, damn, bro, like, you married her. Get your wits in place.
Exactly.
Buddy.
But if you haven't fucking experienced that and you didn't know it was in there, like if you didn't know what LSD was and you were sipping from the glass of water that I gave you, or
Bro,
and you start tripping, you'd be like,
bro, first time I took shrooms, I didn't know what that shit was.
really? Even though you knew what
Like, I knew what shrooms were.
Yeah.
Or I thought I did.
Yeah.
Until you do it. And you clearly don't. So, yeah, that shit was wild. But it's like,
I thought I was a kangaroo the first time I did mushrooms.
you saw a kangaroo or you thought it was?
I thought I was a kangaroo.
You were a kangaroo.
Yeah, for 3 hours.
How do you get there?
I don't know. It was just the first time I did it. I ate chocolate. They say that if you eat chocolate, it lines the stomach, so the hydrochloric acid doesn't break down the psychoactive properties of the mushrooms.
Yeah.
And then having it along with something acidic allows, like, orange juice or
Yeah, I
lemon
had it
juice or
with the
something.
lemon juice and
Lemon
shit
juice.
like that.
Apparently, that allows the body. You get something called alkaline ash that's inside of your stomach lining, and the alkaline ash protects the psychoactive properties, and then allows it to get in.
That's wild.
So when you eat something acidic like a tomato, or like drink some lemon juice, or what are those fucking health bitches drink all the time? Apple cider vinegar.
Yeah.
If you have that with it, apparently it,
Enhances
I don't know,
your
this is
trip or
bro
some
science
shit.
like a motherfucker, but apparently, yeah, it enhances your trip. And it
That's what I
must have, because I tripped fucking balls off 3 grams.
Bro, I was seeing shit come out the walls, and I was like, bro, like tweaking to my bro, like, can this shit touch me, bro? Like, you know. But then at the end of the day, like, I feel like after you go through your little breakdown and you figure out, like, or you don't even figure it out, but you just kind of like, yo, this is, you know, it gets to a point. I mean, after mine, I felt amazing as a motherfucker, bro. I was like, I'm on top of the world right now. You know, like, just the way I was thinking, the way I saw the world now, like, you know. But, yeah, I guess it just depends on who you are, bro. Like, if you're a closed-minded person, it's probably not for you. You got to kind of be, like, open to, like, certain things.
Yeah.
So,
I think
each to
so.
their own.
A lot of people like talk about it like it's a scary endeavor.
It is, bro.
It is. It truly is. It's probably one of the scariest things to break down the ego and like show your true colors to yourself. You know.
Yeah.
But they say that even like a bad trip is like a net positive.
It is, because it's like, it's bad being in it and feeling what you feel, but when you come out of it, it's almost kind of like it takes the negativity out of you. Like you know, you learn, like you're forced to learn shit about yourself that you didn't actually want to learn. Or like you weren't trying to see head on, or like, you know. But I think bad is good sometimes, bro. You can't have, you know, positive without negative sometimes. So
I think that's probably why you get cults. Because they just try to show you good all the time.
Exactly.
And then like you never see the bad side
bad
of it.
side of shit, bro. Like, and something like everything, like you can't have something that's just good all the time, bro.
Yeah.
Like, for an example, like if you just saw the world in such a positive light, the one time you go through a negative experience or just like one negative experience, like that's gonna fuck you up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're not gonna choose to learn from that. You're gonna be like, why is this happening to me? Like, woo. But bro, realistically, like sometimes you gotta fall to grow, and that's just part of life.
I think that's my favorite type of people are the ones that have been through the most shit.
Yeah, because they like, bro, they can survive through shit, bro. Like, you know, you gotta be broken sometimes. Like broken is almost kind of like the norm. I feel like that's not like that, but I feel like being broken sometimes, bro, like you see the world from a different perspective that like other people, like if you haven't experienced like some bullshit, not always the case anyway, but you know, I just feel like if you can choose to go through something and still choose to be positive after it, that shit is healthy, bro.
It is a choice, right?
Yeah, it's 100% a choice. Like you get, like if you were like fucked up as a kid and then you had through all this trauma and blah 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 blah, and then you kind of just use that like, I'm like this, and then that's how people blame people. Like people blame your parents, people blame your upbringing, people blame like why you're the way you are now. But I feel like, bro, if you can like look at that shit and be like, you know, I went through some stormy shit, but then I came out sunny. Like I just feel like that's better. Like why wouldn't you want that? You know what I'm saying? Like. But yeah, that's how I feel about it, bro.
I think there's like a lot to be said for people that identify with their trauma.
100%.
I think like when you say, oh, you know, that Gary, he's a sad dude, you know, like, no, Gary's Gary.
Gary is just been through some shit you don't even know about.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? People heal differently, bro. Like timing is everything. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't force somebody to heal just because you like, you know, if you went through some shit today, I'm not gonna be like, bro, like why aren't you healing ASAP? Like my healing process is completely different to yours. It might take time for me, it might take time for you. You can't force people to get up after they've been knocked down. That shit's not easy at the end of the day. So everybody has like a different, you know, speed to how they like deal with their shit.
One of my mates, I can gladly call him a friend now. He's been on the podcast, Von Delaney. He recently just sold a painting at the Boobalicious Ball for $16,750 raised for breast cancer. Awesome dude.
That's cool.
On the podcast, he was espousing about a guy that he had a beer with. I think it was down south or something. And this dude had been through some shit. Like, I don't know the exact details of the story, and maybe I'm overstepping talking about it, but I just kind of want to like kind of give awareness to like the harshness of trauma. Like the worst thing that's ever happened to you is the worst thing that's ever happened to you. If you bumped your head when you were younger and nothing else ever happened to you, you're going to have that trauma of bumping your head.
Facts,
you probably wear a
bro.
fucking helmet everywhere.
Literally.
Right?
Yeah.
This guy had his whole family murdered by the wife's father, and then the wife's father killed himself.
Yeah.
And Von had a beer with this guy, and he said he was like the most like gentle,
Genuine
down to earth dude he'd ever met.
That's
obviously
fucked up.
been through some crisis.
Yeah.
Like obviously that's
Which is, bro, it's just some shit like, obviously, I don't know, bro. That's like fucking too much. Like, you're telling me somebody murdered my mom, like, I'll probably kill that person back.
yeah.
But I'm not.
But that dude's already dead. So
Oh, now you just gotta deal with it.
there's not a lot he can do. So like even, you know, a third party telling me about a story, that is like the most wild regain, I wouldn't say of happiness, but just of life.
Yeah.
To be, you know, being able to sit down and talk to this dude. This guy's putting himself out there, you know, in a situation where he
Which is
didn't really
hard,
have to.
bro. Like, you can't really just talk about shit like that, you know what I mean?
That's the type of person that can go through hell.
Yeah.
You know, and you could do anything to that dude.
100%.
It'll bounce off his back.
But yeah, bro.
Big up
like,
to whoever you are. I don't know.
shout
your
out,
name.
bro.
Yeah.
That sounds traumatic, man.
Yeah, keep
Like,
hustling.
like, people deal with shit differently, bro. You know, like, not everything heals, you know? It might take years, it might take, sometimes it just might never heal, but I guess, like, everything does have a lesson to it at the end of the day. Like, you will learn something, whether it's negative or, I mean, you know, it's a healing process at the end of the day, bro. I can't really say much about that shit. I've never been, like, in situations that fucked up for me.
Yeah.
So I don't feel like I don't even have the right to speak about it, but it's just like, for me and how I operate anyway, I feel like shit builds you, bro.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like, I always try to look at, like, damn, bro, like, how can I find something positive out of this situation? And sometimes you're not always going to be able to, but you know, trying is what counts, bro. At the end of the day.
Do you know what I really fucking love?
Well,
Podcasting has allowed me to realize that the amount of time, or the times that I should say that again, the podcasting that I do has given me the realization that the chair that you're sitting on, the table that you're sitting at, and the microphone and headphones that you're wearing right now are the same microphone, headphones, chair, and table that every one of my podcasts up before like number 25 or something like that, every single one of them after that has been this, right? So there's almost like a memory to it.
everybody's got a memory when they come up here, bro.
No, I mean to the actual inanimate objects themselves.
Oh yeah, like bro.
When somebody spills a drink on the table, or when somebody ashes on the table, or anything,
Leave some sort of mark.
I'm like, don't wipe it up. Let it seep in. I'm like, because then I can say, you know what, that happened from this person.
And there was a story behind all that shit too.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Just like that circle right there.
Mm-hmm.
That circle was from an ice bucket, and I had who was it? Jay Webbian.
Yeah.
And a day after the ice bucket, it had like created like little divots in the table because like the coldness, and it was a hot day. That circle is going to be there forever now.
Yeah. But you always remember like the little story behind that little circle now. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like the person who did it, and kind of like, I don't want to say the character, but you remember like, yo, when that person spilled there, this person was this person, and they had this story attached to them, and now it's kind of like attached to the table in a weird sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's really cool. It's kind of like everything is like what you said. It's like a memory at the end of the day, bro. I got shit like that too at the crib. Like I'll have like I don't know, let's say like the homie was smoking up, and I'll go my little studio thing, and I got like a little, you know, what's that thing called? The thing where you
MIDI keyboard?
No, bro. Like literally like a mat or some shit.
A mat?
Yeah, like a mat, and then the homie ashed on it or some shit. You know what I'm saying? And now that little hole is like something I might be mad at the moment, but at the end of the day, like every single time I see that little hole, I'm like, damn, the homie did that shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Can you come back and sign it?
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like I don't know, bro. Everything definitely does have a little memory to it.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, is definitely, it builds like, what's the word? It builds like I don't want to say like a story to shit, but it kind of just like, for an example, if I was to like become Drake one day, I could sell that mat, and somebody could look and be like, yo, this is fucked up, but then in reality, bro, this man's got so many shit that it went through with so many different people, so many experiences like glued to this little thing right here. You know what I'm saying? So I think that shit's so cool at the end of the day too.
One thing is the ethereal nature to life that we don't think about too often, which is like, you know, when the wind goes through the trees and there's birds tweeting and stuff, that's life. That's, you know, you think about that stuff, that's nature, but, you know, life, you know, like the trees alive. The wind, if you believe in, you know, like the wind blowing being alive, in somewhat way it is, because it keeps us alive. The trees are breathing, they're admitting carbon dioxide, taking in oxygen. The birds are breathing.
So much deeper, bro. Like,
I think with inanimate objects, it's the same thing, and that's why you hear about haunted houses. I think when something tragic or something crazy happens inside of a fucking house, like I was watching what were we watching the other night? I think it was The Pale Blue Eyes. You seen that on Netflix? No. The Pale Blue Eyes is about when Britain first came to America. There was this one guy, and his name was Mr. Landor, and he was like the greatest detective of the land at that time. And the story goes, and this is a spoiler alert, he gets brought into an academy of cadets, and one cadet had been killed and his chest cut open and his heart removed. And then as the story goes on, you find that they work out who it is. It's like this girl and her brother, and she has like this, or I think it's an autoimmune seizure thing where like her body can't stop seizuring. And then they realize that she's been doing sacrifices, taking the hearts out of pigs and sheep and a human. But in the testament, it was you can have the heart of a hanged man, so a man who killed himself or was put to death by hanging. And then as the story unfolds, you find out that it was Landor that did the killings. Well, the first killing. Oh no, the 3 killings that there were, because they're the dudes that raped his daughter, then she killed herself.
Damn.
So all of this made, like, as I was watching this, the story was unfolding. I was like, no, there's more. There's still half
more
an
to
hour.
it, yeah.
I was thinking maybe in like that hut, if that hut was real, if that village was real, in those places where those murders happened, I wonder if that tree is still alive, that where that dude was hanging, that tree would still have the memory of that rope being tied around its branch.
Or even like, I believe in trees being alive, bro. That tree would probably
They
like,
definitely are.
it would be like holding on to like, maybe not even holding on, but it would have that pain in it.
Yeah, because
You know what I'm
we
saying?
don't think,
you don't know, like,
we don't think of trees being like the intelligent thing. We just
You
think
just
of
look
it
at it as, oh, it's a
that's
tree.
a tree. It's got
Yeah.
leaves. They fall in the winter or in the autumn.
like, bro, even like air and shit, how you were talking about the wind, bro, like, you ever just felt a breeze on a hot ass day, bro?
Yeah.
Why does that shit feel so beautiful?
Do you know what
I'm saying?
fucks me up? And I heard this. I either heard this on an audiobook or I read this, and it was the air and the water that went through the body of Jesus Christ still remains on this earth.
I believe that.
Well, think about it. The air never goes anywhere.
doesn't go anywhere,
It just
bro. It's just-
circulates.
yeah.
Just like the water.
100%.
So at some point, I could be drinking a non-filtered glass of water and taste Jesus piss.
Bro, you know,
This dude been drinking wine like a motherfucker.
I be taking you so serious, bro. I'd be like, yo, bro, it's preaching right now. Like, I'm really tapped in. And then you said some shit like that, and I'm like, you really got me, bro. You got me.
But it's true though. Like, if he was real, if he was a real person, those miracles did happen. The water that he walked on still remains on this earth today.
100%, yeah. I mean, I believe in that. I believe in Jesus, bro.
I believe he was a dude.
I believe he's an entity. Oh, Jesus was a dude, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I believe in, like, entity, bro. I believe in, like, a spiritual, just a thing.
You don't think there's like a dude in the sky behind some gates?
They could be. I don't, like, you know, beat it. Like, I'm not, like, against it. But I just feel like a dude in the sky, bro, like, where? Like, it could be an alien. It could be anything. Like, you feel me? Like, what? Like, where? I don't know, bro.
What if it's like, you know, like the Marvel universes, how like when you die, well, it's not so much like they can pretty much traverse into, what do they call it? The metaverse.
Yeah.
Right? So there's like other universes where the same shit's happened, but in a different
yeah.
way. I wonder if it's like, if you die, do you just go to another metaverse and then like, do humans go to one specific one? You know, where there are just like pearly gates and a dude sitting in a chair being like, actually, no, you've done some fucked up shit. You can go to this other metaverse where everything's fire and brimstone.
I wouldn't, like, beat it, bro. We're on a floating rock at the end of the day, like, in the middle of fucking nowhere. Like,
It's a good point.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
like,
Does that thought ever fuck you up? That we're on a floating ball of rock and water in the middle of nothing and nobody's freaking out?
yes and no.
Why no?
Because I'm like, I think I'm just so desensitized because we don't think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, bro, if you're born into something, you're just not, this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't really, like, think about it. And then if I do think about it, though, like, I guess it just makes me know that I do believe in something at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think you're born just to die. Or, like, I don't think you're just, like, put on this earth for, like, no reason at the end of the day. Like, it makes me believe there is something greater outside of myself.
Yeah.
So that kind of, in a weird way, gives me peace. Like, because then, bro, if I didn't have a reason to believe in the fact that, like, I'm alive for a reason, but then, like, and if I didn't have a reason, and then I just know that I'm on a floating rock in the middle of nowhere, and I just couldn't,
You'd lose your mind.
I would lose it, bro. I'd be like, what the fuck? Like, what is going on, bro? Like, where do we go from here? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, it would definitely creep me out. But, nah, I feel like I'm just so comfortable at this point. Like, it's one of those things where, like, until you have that conversation, you don't really think about it.
Yeah.
Like, right now, bro, like, me thinking about it, it's almost like I don't believe it, even though I know it's real. It's right, like, this is what it is, but, like, I'm not, like, you know? I've never been out of space, you feel me? Like, you see some shit you read, you see, like, Google images and stuff like that, but, like, I think I'm one of those people. Like, I gotta see it to believe it. Like, I know it's real. I know obviously on a floating rock and whoop de whoop, but like, yeah, man, I gotta like, I don't know, bro.
One thing that really inspired gratitude in me was the, I think I was on mushrooms, but I had the thought of like, if gravity's real, and obviously it is, we're stuck to this planet. You jump, you come back to the planet, right?
Yeah.
Towers fall down, they're hitting the planet, they're not floating into the sky. It's quite real. But if this Earth wasn't here and I was sitting here above me right now, and take away stars, take away black holes, all that shit, you will never, ever, as far as you traveled, see the other side of, or hit a wall, right? And if you took away the Earth beneath me, it's the same the other direction.
Literally.
It's how vast it is.
Bro, like, do you believe anybody's been outside of space?
Outside of space?
Oh, no, like out of space, my bad.
I was like, yeah. And then now we're going metaphysical.
Yeah, not like just, I guess, like, out of Earth.
Off of Earth?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you actually?
Yeah, I do. But it's interesting that you ask that because every SpaceX landing that I see always looks a little bit fucking fake.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I don't even, like, I guess as I'm growing older, maybe it's just, like, the point I am in my life right now. I'm just questioning a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is really real? What do we actually know and what don't we know at the end of the day?
I wonder if I was to go on YouTube, let's try this right now. Let's go on YouTube and I'm going to type in phone footage of Tesla rocket taking off. All right?
Because, bro, you ever seen that thing on your iPhone where, I don't know if it's just like an AI thing. There's just shit I see, but...
It's SpaceX, by the way. What is it?
Of people just kind of like taking photos of the moon, and apparently if you zoom into it, you can see the fucking moon.
Okay, so what that is it's Samsung Ultra 22.
Yeah.
They use AI, so if you zoom in, it apparently has a 500 times zoom, which wouldn't give you the same specs anyway, even if you could do this. But you put your phone up, face it at the moon, AI generates where you are in the world and puts and layers over the top of it, so you can zoom into the moon and be like, "Oh, look how good my camera quality is," but it ain't real.
It ain't like that.
It ain't real.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if they're tricking people with shit like that, bro, like, I'm not about to believe that, like, people, like, bro, like, for an example, bro, if you went on Earth and you were on the moon, do you reckon you could zoom into Earth? Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me, bro.
What is this?
That looks fake.
It does, eh?
That just looks like some aesthetic shit.
I think that's sped up because if you look at the plane that comes in over here, see?
Oh yeah.
I think it's just really sped up.
That's crazy that you caught that with your eye, bro. I didn't even see that.
I think it's just really sped up. But maybe it could be fake as well, because that looks like it's okay. So it says time lapse on there, but where's the fucking mobile phone footage?
You don't see.
Where's
shit
the
like
person
that, bro.
going? Oh my fucking god!
He's going. You know what I'm saying?
Like, what's this one? Oh, okay. Here we go. Okay, here it is. But that looks
that
fake
Foley?
too. Yeah,
That looks like someone reversed the video, bro.
Yeah, no, they land.
Yeah, but I want to see it take off. Like, bro, what about the whole shit with the dome? You know, that type of shit where it's like, apparently nothing actually goes out of space. It kind of just...
I've heard that theory as well.
Yeah.
Okay, we're still good. I got a phone call just then. I've had it happen before where it disrupts the recording.
That's why I took my shit and I was like, bro, I didn't hide my shit. No.
Because my fucking laptop's connected to my phone. What is happening right now? So they land. I guess that kind of looks real, right? Like, look at the flame and how it moves, and so they land and then the legs come down. Have you seen this before?
No, this is my first time.
Yeah. So they were testing these for ages. So they could shoot rockets out, but what they were spending like $1 billion every time they would shoot a rocket because it would just come in, separate, and crash. So Elon Musk was like, we reuse cars. Why the fuck aren't we reuse airplanes? Why aren't we reusing rockets?
Yeah.
So he developed the system where it's air jets that when it breaches through orbit, comes back down, the air jet that's on the top of it will push it around and come down in reverse. And then it stabilizes using a gyro and using little bursts of air that keep it like solid. And then the legs come down and it lands on a 3-spoke landing, which is a wild concept to have. And if you want these blueprints on how to do this, it's on the SpaceX website.
Which is crazy.
He doesn't fucking patent anything. He's like, you're going to steal it anyway. Go for it.
I was about to say that there was this thing where he was talking about how he tried to make like a time travel machine.
Really?
Yeah, bro. It was on Joe Rogan or some shit.
Hold up.
And then like,
is this real?
I saw it, but and then apparently like the government took all his like notes and shit. And they basically said they're scared about the like what that could cause, like him like fucking around with the time or whatever.
Elon Musk's proves time travel is real.
Did you know that time traveling into the future is 100% possible? Let me explain. Let's say that
Nah.
believe you,
bro.
Yeah, I don't believe him either.
90% the speed of light, or 270 million.
But yeah, it was actually Elon Musk talking about it to Joe Rogan, bro. He was like, yo, like the government said this was too dangerous or whatever. And then instead of just like disposing of everything, bro, they
Elon Musk's response to Twitter time travel conspiracy. Full disclosure, I'm actually a 3,000-year-old vampire.
God.
The dude's a comedian, bro. He's
clown,
so
man.
funny. I'm a 3,000-year-old vampire. All right, what were you saying? Sorry, bro.
Nah, he was saying like, yeah, he was working on some time travel shit.
Yeah, I've heard the theory that if you go into outer space, and then you come back like 40 years later, if you travel at the speed of light, everybody that you knew and loved 1,000 years ago would be dead.
That's what I was thinking. I thought you'd be dead. Like right now, if I go and I come back, you know, like old as fuck, like wouldn't I be frail and like I just lived a whole another life?
No, it's the person that travels that would be alive. But we
true.
would, yeah, because time would speed up outside of planet Earth. Time is a weird thing. Have you ever seen like the space-time like graphs?
Nah. Wait, but wouldn't...
So they believe that time only exists because we have a bend in the space continuum. Well, not continuum. What do they call it? Inside of like the what is it called? Like the strand of what space is. So like where there's gravity, that's where there's time. So bodies of like what do they call them? Planets and stars and whatnot. I can't remember the fucking name of it. But they all have their own specific gravity type and strength. So higher strength, larger planets like Mars would have a faster year or a longer year because a year here is like 0.6 of a year over there.
Oh, true.
Yeah, so you actually live longer if you were to be on that planet.
Outside, yeah.
Which is strange.
Which is crazy because I thought in my head, I was like, bro, if I'm like, you know, if I go out of or time travel right now, or when I come back as some 40-year-old dude, and if I do come back, or let's say I'm 40 right now and I go time travel and I come back here, I thought I would be dead. Like I'm old and frail. Like I probably died in another life. I probably never made it back. But that's crazy. That is crazy. The fact that like you come back and it's actually reversed, like everybody else around you might be dead. Like
Yeah, it's weird, right?
But do you believe that?
Do I believe it?
Yeah.
Science kind of proves it.
Does it actually?
Yeah.
That's wild, bro.
I don't know. I'm a moron, so don't take anything I say with 100%
I'm
fucking...
a moron too, bro. I just be thinking whatever is in my head. I don't do no research. So.
Yeah. I'm like 10 IQ points away from a wheelchair
Same.
and a blanket.
Same.
You know?
Same,
over the
bro.
knees. No. Well, that's stupid because even Stephen Hawking had a blanket over his knees.
He's a
and
god.
He's dead, but
Yeah,
probably is. Stephen Hawking was a really, really fascinating character. Have you ever heard of the soccer ball theory?
Nah.
So they wanted to see if, under quantum physics, if looking at something, the observation of something changes its characteristics. And it's true. So it's observational theory and quantum relativity. So if you were to look at something, me knowing that you're there is observing you. It's like if I'll go like this, me knowing that you're there is me observing you because I know that you're there. But if I look away and you tell me that you're gone and like all my senses know that you're not there, that you're gone, and then I look and you're there, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Fuck your mind.
Yeah. So what they did was they took a 90 atom soccer ball. It looked like a soccer ball, and they shot it with light through a gap in a wall, but there was 3 gaps in these tiny little walls. And what they found was when they shot it through the wall and they were observing it, they could predict its pattern. But when they looked away and they didn't observe it, it had an infinite chance of moving into any of those patterns.
That's wild. It's not like that.
I might have just fucked that theory up, by the way.
I was just gonna say that. It sounds like a perspective thing to me.
Stephen Hawking soccer
game. That's wild. But that is fucking insane, bro. I'm really like curious about shit like that though, like space shit and like time travel and whoop-de-whoop-de.
Grand Design PDF. Yeah, this is it. So I read the Grand Design when I was meditating quite a fair bit in 2015, and it just blew my fucking mind. Because like you think that you know things, and then a guy that has like the most insane brain in the world,
flips it.
A guy who is fucking he had MS, multiple sclerosis, I think it was, and then he created a wheelchair that turned his thought patterns into words that were spoken over a monitor, like
that's his way of communicating now.
Yeah. This isn't loading fast enough. Where the fuck is it?
Bro, what was I gonna tell you? I was thinking about something just before. It was like, you know what I'm really interested in?
What's that, bro?
Psychology.
Really?
Yeah, bro. Just like how like people think and how the brain works and shit like that.
What is it about psychology that intrigues you?
Just how people like act towards like, just how someone's brain patterns, bro. Like I'm so curious. Like I want to know like how somebody actually, like why people do the shit they do, or like why someone, for an example, like let's just talk about like, I don't know, maths for an example.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got so many ways of coming up with like, even music, bro, just like little things in life. Like the way someone else's brain forms certain shit. Like I could write let's say, we do like a mathematical equation right now. Like, I don't know, 2 times whatever. Like, bro, you could work that shit out in so many different ways.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that shit intrigues me, bro. Like, how the fuck, like, I don't know, bro. I'm into that shit crazy.
I think psychology is a way to map human intelligence.
Literally.
If it goes unmapped, then that's how you end up with like Hitlers and shit like that. But that's what they're trying to do, like with those I think that's what at least they're trying to do with television shows like The Mind of a Murderer or something like that.
Yeah.
I think it's trying to give light to people that that's not the right way to be, and with the dissection and autopsy results of like humans' brains, like when a serial killer dies or something like that.
Bro, I'm watching Mindhunter on Netflix right now.
What's Mindhunter?
It's basically just like a bunch of like FBI dudes trying to find out why like the most like deadliest murderers in the world, like the patterns, like, you know how like a murderer, like they could do shit like
start with killing animals when they're younger.
Yeah, like the
and
mind,
stuff.
like, you know, or like some trauma based shit, like you had a shitty family and then you started practicing on those or shit like that, and they're trying to figure out the patterns, like, so that they could basically catch like, you know, like another fucking killer at some point if he was to do like similar traits of shit. That shit, you gotta watch it, bro. That shit's fucking crazy.
Have they come to like a general consensus of like anything, or did they just not tell you?
Right now, it's just based on like people with like for an example, let's say a dude killed 30 people. What was his pattern, and how did he get into this like
modality?
Yeah, like how did he get here, type of thing. But then they have like. So they will go to like jails and like interview like the craziest one and shit like that, and then they'll be like, when did it all start? Like, and then this guy would talk about like traumas with his mom and dad, or like an absent father, or like you know, whoop do whatever. But bro, like when he gets into detail, bro, that shit opened my mind, bro. I was like, because if like it almost seems like every person, like not even like jail like killers or whatever stuff like that, but like
Everyone
every
has a trigger.
person has like a little, not even a trigger, like a pattern. You know what I'm saying? Like almost like you could figure anybody out because everybody has like a pattern based off like if you knew the backstory. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then you can't really just get it from I guess you can only really get it from the person doing it once you study that person and kind of like the upbringing and shit like that.
Patterns are interesting. If you've read Atomic Habits, I think
I've
it's by
heard about it.
St. James someone. Sorry if I butchered your name there. Fucking should say sorry if every time I try and quote an author and then I'm like, but his book. So Atomic Habits, he says that patterns always have triggers. So it's like if you were to go to the gym every day, the trigger of going to the gym is putting your shoes on.
Yeah.
So if you don't put your shoes on, you don't end up going to the gym, right?
Yeah.
It's the same. They say that with psychology, it's the same thing with murderers. Like there's a pattern that happens because they're triggered by something.
Yeah.
Whether it be they get mistreated by another human, so they know that that means violence because in their household their father was very violent every time that he was triggered, so they followed that same pattern.
Yeah.
I believe wholeheartedly that there's triggers in humans that we are unaware of.
100%, bro.
And
because some people do shit that they don't even know why they do it. Like there is like, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't, there is no like a reason, or like there is obviously a reason, but an unknown reason. Like this is just how like probably your brain folded or like just kind of like opened up for you to react to certain shit.
I think it's like the Jim Carrey joke from like a 1981 or something. He was on stage doing one of his first specials, and he said, I'm not a negative person and I don't have negative thoughts, but when I do have negative thoughts, they're always counterproductive. Like, maybe I should step in front of traffic today.
Yeah, bro. Oh my God. I don't know who I was talking to about this, bro. You ever just had like, this never happened to me, but just an example. Like you might be cutting onion right now.
Yeah.
And then you'd be like, let me just stab myself in the eye.
Yeah.
Like one of those, or like you just be
yeah.
driving and you'd be like, I could crash into that car right now.
Yeah.
Which sounds so crazy,
There's
bro.
a tree.
but-
Let me just crash into this thing.
Yeah, bro. Like just like those type of like, what the fuck is that, eh?
I think that's the I wouldn't say the egg to the dinosaur at all. I would just say it's like I would say it's the trigger that most people that refrain from forming a pattern over.
Yeah.
But the odd few that do end up being serial killers or, like grand arsonists or whatever the fuck it is, like it could be anything. It could be like I don't want to say fucking shake the baby, but a dude that shakes the baby, or like there was a story of a guy in Western Australia that put his fucking baby in a tumble dryer.
Which is wild. Like,
It's
what
the
made
fuck
you do that,
what
bro?
made you get to that point, bro?
But then do you have
What the
but
fuck?
that battle alone,
That
is
guy needs to
also,
be
like,
shot in the fucking head.
bro. That battle alone of like what's it called? Like having like everyone's
Intrusive
got, like,
thoughts.
Yeah, bro. Like, would you? You're not really just saying.
Not in the book sense. Like I have a Bible, I have a Quran, I have religion.
Like you
Fascinates me, but I'm more spiritual. Well, whatever that
I'm
fucking
spiritual
means.
too. Whatever it means, bro.
Yeah,
Thank
whatever
you.
that means. Yeah.
I'm spiritual too, but like think
I'm
about like
open to it.
yeah, you know how like there's like if you have those thoughts, bro, it's kind of just like, do you feel like let's say there's like a positive and a negative entity? Do you feel like the negative entity is like low key trying to reel you into the like dark side type shit, like
Most likely.
which is crazy to me, bro, because it's like I feel like everybody has a battle that they fight every single day, but then it's like even as a human being, why do you even have like thoughts like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, why do you have like it's almost like a fucking tug of war kind of thing, like. But then at the end of the day, it's weird because at the end of the day, like every choice is yours.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck I'm saying, but that fascinates me, bro.
I know what you're saying.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I think it's probably too many variables of human beings these days. Like we all live in this democracy where it's multicultural society and stuff. But if you're like living on the plains of the savannah 500 years ago, you had one opinion, and that was the tribe's opinion of religion or whatever it is, and you didn't have any other group of people trying to attest
like
that.
different, like,
And the ones that did, you go to war with. But
Which is
nowadays,
crazy, bro.
you just kind of have to accept it. Like, but that's not what's happening in Palestine right now.
I don't know shit about that, but RP the people.
Yeah.
And
Well, it's exactly what I just said. It's two groups with a different ideology of what is real, and they think that they're deserving of, you know, the sanctity of which is religion. And I believe that they are. Everybody's a human being. Everyone should be able to live their own truth.
Yeah.
I don't agree with the murdering.
Yeah, bro. It's like, why
I think
is
that
everything so violent?
stop killing people.
Like, why you disagree with somebody, so let's go to war? Like, that's fucking crazy to me, bro.
Yeah, and
that is wild.
If you like, and I get it, like the Jewish yeshiva or whatever the book's called, I get that it's a vastly different to the Quran. I get it. I haven't read the yeshiva, and I think it's called the yeshiva. Fuck knows. That's how little I know about it, right? But I have read the Quran, and I do believe that like most moral scaffoldings are built on being a good human being, like the Ten Commandments.
Bro, you know, I was about to like say that shit after you. Like for an example, all the religions have different ways to go about shit, but then the overall idea is everybody's trying to do something positive.
Everyone's just trying to be a good human, man.
But then that's what I'm saying, so
but not everyone.
Not
like
everybody,
we just fucking
but like,
talked
you know,
about.
majority of the people are trying to do good. But it's like, why would you like? I don't get it, bro. It's just like, it doesn't make any sense, bro. Like, why can't people understand that people have a different, like someone else has a different way of getting the same results as you? Like, it's not one-sided, you know what I mean? Like, and that's why I was even talking about like the whole psychology shit. Like, bro, like we could do a mathematical equation right now and like we could get the same result at the end of the day in just different ways. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's just like, yeah, that shit's fucked up, bro.
It's kind of like the same thing as like I've watched interviews with like murderers and stuff like that, and they say, I'm ready to come out. I'm ready to be of service of the community. And before you become a criminal, you're never thinking of being in service of the community.
Anything, yeah, bro.
You're just thinking of like, let me do better for myself.
Just
let
live
me
your life.
Get a job. You know, look after, like maybe have a wife and kids. You know, do better in life. And I think like having that dissection between, you know, like seeing, maybe that's a good thing that Netflix does this, is like it puts it in front of our eyes that we can be like, you know what, we can click on a certain video or a series and it'll show you the other side to it. And maybe sometimes it'll inspire in somebody that's going through something like, should I kill this motherfucker?
Yeah,
Let me
bro.
just watch a Netflix show real quick.
And
And then you go,
shit,
I don't want to be on the other side of those bars.
Yeah, bro. I don't know, bro.
You know, woof, and I just But that brings me to my next thought, which is like controlled narratives. Netflix is a company. They have a narrative that they want to espouse to people. Like,
it's like you're reading my brain right now.
I just think we're locked
like
in.
I was
bro.
literally on like the whole narrative shit. You ever seen that movie? They cloned Tyrell.
Oh yeah, with Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, bro.
Ooh.
That shit was so good, but at the same time, it makes you think. Hey,
At the end, you find out he's a clone already.
Yeah. Oh wait, fuck. What happened at the end? It was. Oh yeah.
He was already a clone of a clone. Yeah, that fucked me up, that movie, big time.
The whole, like, they found him in the little house with the fucking elevator, and they found all that, like, all that shit.
Yeah, bro.
That shit just being hidden in some random abandoned, like, bro, what the fuck,
That shit happens all the
bro?
time, but with, like, drugs and shit, you know?
Yeah, man. So it's like,
Who's to say what fucking technology is fucking gaining right now? And, like we talked about earlier on, like the guy that's put those 2 genetic modifications into those infants, you know, like who's to say that these people don't have like the technology that they can grasp?
Literally.
Who's to say that they won't, like, you know, they can't order something online that'll allow them to do something to humans? Like that shit happens behind doors
and you
all
just
the time.
don't know about it. And I feel like that's another point. Like, people don't think, like, if you don't, like, the most, like, fucked up shit, if you don't know about it, it must not be real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think we're jumping a little bit, but one point that I wanted to go back onto with narratives, which is all these companies, whether you think that, like, take the vaccine, for instance, if you think that vaccine was good or negative, whatnot, it's a company. It's a company that's trying to make money. And Netflix is a company that's trying to make money. The government, whether you like it or not, has a structure, which it is a company, and it's trying to make money. It's trying to get more taxes. It's trying to make sure that it's more influential to make it seem like they're doing right by you.
and which is what it comes down to. I mean, it goes down to, bro, it's just money runs the world.
money runs the fucking world. Why? Because value is connected to money. No longer is it gold that's connected to money
anymore. Yeah.
No, money is attention. Attention is money. And what you put your attention on these days is what will give you money.
360 point right now, going back to that shit you were saying about the bro who's the Oliver Tree conversation, and he interviewed like bro who's like, you know what I'm saying? Money must have brought him that, you know, like if somebody's coming to you questioning you about like, you know, bro, oh, when's the last time you did this? Like, when's the last time you created? Like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Like when you start that's what I was saying before, like when you start doing certain shit for like money motivated reasons or like shit that's just ingenuine, people can sense that shit, bro.
Yeah.
People can fucking feel that shit. Like people know what's right and wrong. Like people, you know what I'm saying? Like yeah, we always hear shit about like what's it called? This person's a plant in the industry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like,
well, there are that. Do you know Yeonmi Park?
Was it? No, I don't know.
Yeonmi Park is she was from North Korea, grew up in North Korea. Apparently, I don't know her story. I've never met her, but apparently she's found sovereignty now in America. She was on the Joe Rogan Experience. She went on Flagrant, all these massive podcasts. But there was always an underlying fear that she was a spy for the North Korean government.
Is wild, but
She's
makes sense.
She's a fucking gorgeous girl. And she, whether she made the story up or not, so the story goes that she grew up eating rats and all this stuff, and then she escapes North Korea, was sold to a retarded farmer, and then he used her as a slave. She escapes with her mother into South Korea. South Korea find her. They're about to, I think they were about to harvest her organs. She gets out of there and then makes her way to America, right? Gets on the Joe Rogan Experience for this story. I would have her on. That's a wild fucking story.
That's crazy.
But if she's a fucking spy, that's a plant to the industry that's North Korea.
Bro.
And she's got enough attention on her right now that it's like, whoa, that story really hit home for me. Like it made me realize that there's more trauma in the world. Like even when I was listening to the story, I had a tear in my eye.
Because you're trying to leave a place that's already toxic to go start a new life, but then at the same time, you going somewhere else that's probably like like another country. Now you're gonna be seen as like just based on where you come from, which is pretty hectic.
And I hate to even philosophize. That's not the right word. I'd hate to even think that she is that type of person where she, you know, she would be the person that would make up the story to get attention, or to get an idea of what Joe Rogan is doing and like inside video footage because of a button that's a micro camera on her shirt or whatever the fuck it is, right? Now, to digress rapidly, this is the Oliver Tree thing where he roasts Ethan Klein, by the way. That's who it was.
Right. But no, like I get where he's coming from, though.
I think it's when we were talking about lizards. I said something at the end, and I think it was we moved on really quickly because it's been a really fast,
we've been
in-depth conversation. I think that lizards do have characteristics in humans like cold-blooded and adaptation to environment, and I think that the celebrities that skew, like Joe Rogan's the complete opposite of a lizard. Like he's not adapting to his environment, he's confrontational to his environment. He wants to know, like, why is it fragile, why, you know,
they're trying to figure shit out.
Just the question why, you know, just that question alone, it sparks so much curiosity in certain humans. But then you have people like Ethan Klein, and I'm not critiquing Ethan Klein because, you know, he is adapting to his environment. But I think the characteristics of lizards are a real thing. I don't think lizard people are.
People actually real things.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. It just, for me, that I wouldn't say they can adapt into humans, but I feel like just all that cloning shit in the world right now, bro. Like,
Well, there is a study happening in Russia right now where they're trying to gene splice lizard DNA with human DNA, like the whole Spider-Man thing.
yeah,
To try and regrow limbs and stuff. And maybe it's real. Maybe it'll happen.
no, fuck that, bro.
Fuck all that.
That's crazy.
Stan
But
Cavier, do you have something else to say?
I did.
Okay, let's go.
With this dude right here with the whole like what's his name, Oliver Tree shit. I don't know the other guy, but it genuinely seems like
He cares about creativity.
he does, bro. And I feel like that dude had nothing to say about it. Like, even you were being roasted about it. Like, for an example, you can see it on bro's face, bro. Like,
What do you say to a guy that's being super creative in his life?
wait, that's what I was gonna say. I hate critics, bro.
I hate critics as well.
Because I feel like,
But
bro,
they've never built a statue of a critic.
that's what I'm saying. It's like, bro, like, if you don't make music, why are you criticizing it? Or like, if you don't make art, why you like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Just like Oliver Tree said, leeches, bro.
Yeah.
There's always going to be leeches.
so like
Where there's
now,
blood, there's leeches.
now that I'm seeing him actually talk about it, that shit was like, I was like, yeah, I see where it's coming from.
Yeah.
But it's different being told about it because it's like, you know, I'm kind of just like curious. I'm like, yeah, I could see the other perspective. But like when I see him, you could tell that somebody passionate about his art. Like, yo, like what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like at this point, like you went from making shit to you shitting on people's shit. You feel me? So
Exactly.
I get it.
Stan Cavier, this has been phenomenal.
It's been deep.
Thank you for the chats, my brother.
I appreciate you, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been The Roadshow. Have a great day, night, whenever you listen to this. We'll see you again soon.
Take me
Bye.